Subscribe for more Reddit stories. Wife's affair has destroyed me. 63 male, married to 52 female. We are both on our second marriages, and I have one 13-year-old daughter. She's the light of my life. My wife cheated at the beginning of our relationship 20 years ago that I attributed to monkey branching and forgave her for. 3 months ago, I became suspicious. I could not shake the idea that she was stepping out, so I put a GPS tracker on her car. The first confrontation was full of lies and deceit, as is normally the case. I knew at that point that she was cheating, but admitted to myself that her excuse could be plausible, and let's face it, I didn't want it to be true. Another week went by, with 2 more visits with her AP overnight. She had used sleeping at a friend's house as an excuse. In the final confrontation, she admitted to it. She has only admitted to an emotional affair, which of course is difficult to believe. She claims the affair was 3 months long. I am stage 4 with prostate cancer, and the drugs I take have rendered me impotent. Between this and my wife's affair, I am literally and figuratively emasculated. I have always considered her to be my soulmate, so the betrayal hit me very hard. We went to counseling, and my wife has said most of the things you would hope for. She claims she has cut off communication with her AP. However, she has never offered transparency and continues to refuse me access to her phone. This issue was really the breaking point. I needed her to make me the priority, and she is maintaining privacy as the most important thing in her life. Not me, not our marriage. I don't want a divorce. We would have to sell the house, and this would impact our daughter too much. We can live together, but my love for her is dying. I want to stay with her and have already forgiven her for her sins, but this continuing deceit is killing off the remnants of our marriage. Please, any advice would be much appreciated. Thanks. My girlfriend, who I was about to propose to, tried to hide text to another man from me. Hey all, sorry if this is a little winded, losing my mind a bit here. I've been with my current girlfriend since high school, give or take a couple of breaks, from when we were dumb kids. I know it's cliche, but she really is my best friend, and I can't imagine not having her with me. I actually had worked and saved up for a ring, and got her father's blessing to propose and everything. She also kinda knew this, and while the proposal would be a surprise, she knew I had talked to her dad and that the proposal itself was around the corner. Because we moved to a new area a couple of years ago, she hasn't really made any friends outside of work. She's made good friends at her job, but her work is 99% male. I don't have a problem with this at all. I've always trusted her, and I don't think there's anything wrong with her being friends with a guy. One guy in particular, who I'll call F, has a pretty close relationship with her. Nothing out of the line, though. However, this past week, some funny stuff went down. A couple of weeks ago, she went on a camping trip with her friends from work, all male, including F. I was admittedly a little uncomfortable with this, but figured their significant others were going as well, and that they're all friends and I'm being overprotective. I found out only after she left for the trip that it was just her coworkers and her, and that F was driving her. Fast forward to this past Wednesday, I got an Instagram follow request from F's longtime girlfriend. I'll call her C. I mentioned it to my girlfriend as I thought it was nice. She immediately started acting odd, asking if she could use my phone to play games and stuff. The next morning, I had a dentist appointment, and I got an email from Instagram saying someone had logged into my computer from home. I don't use Instagram desktop. I confronted her about it, and she informed me that F and C had broken up because C was jealous of F's relationship with my girlfriend. She hid it from me, supposedly because she didn't want me to get worried. I ended up reaching out to C, and she told me that she had seen messages between my girlfriend and F that were out of line. Messages about sharing a tent, which she says they never actually ended up doing, but who the fuck knows? And having quote-unquote fun at work on break. All of these were initiated by F somewhat jokingly, but my girlfriend didn't do much to shut it down. I also found out she went out for drinks with him after him and C broke up, and kayaked as well. Turns out my girlfriend was hiding all of these from me. I was pretty pissed and talked to her about this. She said she didn't really know how to respond to him and was uncomfortable. Didn't really realize how bad it looked at first and afterwards didn't want to see him anymore. When I was asked how she could go out for drinks with him and the kayak as well, she said they were good friends and she felt really bad for him because of his split with C. I would like to think if I were in her position, no matter how uncomfortable I felt, I'd have the composure to shut that down. Even if nothing physical happened, I feel pretty betrayed and disrespected. I was away working while she camped with this guy, and I have no proof that they didn't share a tent. But at the end of the day, I also love this girl and was completely ready to marry her. She's been in tears these past few days saying she can't imagine her life without me. This has completely blindsided me. Honestly, at a loss. What's the right move here? Wife cheated on me 6 months ago. She is doing everything right now, but I can't forget her past behavior. So, we have been married for 6 years now, and I have one beautiful daughter, 4-year-old. We have had more ups than downs in our relationship. But just like a lot of couples, we've suffered during the lockdown. Having to stay in the house with a very active 4-year-old took a toll on both of us. Anyways, around December last year, my wife started playing online multiplayer game. As we were both working from home and all the options of R&R were still closed, so I thought it was a good stress release for her. Eventually, she started to spend more time on her game. At first, it was 30 minutes every night. Then it increased to an hour every night. And by March this year, she was spending 3 to 4 hours every night playing and coming to bed after midnight or sleeping in the spare bedroom. This put alarm bells in my brain, so I asked her if everything is all right. She says yes. She's just enjoying the game experience. I say, that's nice, but I'm starting to feel ignored here, and she said that she will try to regulate her gaming usage. But her hours increased instead of decreasing. By the month of May, it was becoming increasingly clear that something was going on with her. She was either addicted or having an affair. We were not spending any time together. She was hooked on her laptop, and whenever I tried to ask her to spend some time together, she called me clingy and jealous. It was hell. So I logged into her Discord account and downloaded the chat history. And what I found broke my heart. It was as bad as you think. Dirty chats, pics, their plans for future together, and a lot more. And it was evident that they had sex at least once because he was thanking her for an unforgettable experience. So I did some digging, and it turned out that the guy was a teacher in my wife's school. I found his wife's social media accounts too. Anyways, by this time, it was 6:30 in the morning, so I took a printout of the chat history and I put it in a folder and waited for her to wake up. When she woke up, I handed the folder to her and went into our daughter's room. I could hear her labored, breathing, and crying, and then she finally came to our daughter's room. Then I asked if she needs a lift to her boyfriend's house or should I call an Uber. She started crying hysterically at this point, and this woke our daughter up, so our conversation was cut short. And the rest you guys can guess. She insisted it was nothing serious. She was just stressed. She didn't mean to do it. You know the standard Cheater 101 manual? It went on for a few days, but eventually she said she wanted to reconcile. I was in for the reconciliation from day one, as I didn't want to spend just half the time with our daughter, and I still loved my wife. So she started counseling, gave up gaming, and started taking an active interest in how to make our love life better, basically becoming the perfect partner. But I have somehow gone on the opposite side in terms of reconciliation. I just can't forget how she used to talk to me and call me clingy, jealous, and controlling if I asked her to spend some time together. And not to be petty, but I think I can do much better than her. She is a school teacher, and I am a software professional earning 10 times her salary. Also, I am now back in the shape I was during college as the sports jersey has started to fit me again. I have been getting tons of female attention. I have not reciprocated, but the desire is there. On the one hand, I do want to make it work with her, but on the other hand, I just can't seem to forget her antics. Any advice on how to get over her past behavior?